In terms of being busy then, what are you guys planned? Can you give us an exclusive?
I don't think we've all talked. I mean, when we talk amongst ourselves more than anything else about what we all plan to do individually, but nobody has anything solid in stone. I think I'm the only person who has something solid, which is The Voice in Ireland. But I mean, that's Westlife will still be together when that show goes out. So, but that's probably just a little venture outside Westlife that I would probably do regardless of Westlife staying together or not.
And management, you've obviously.
Yeah, well, I manage Wonderland as well. So I think, I think we all have our natural things that we'll fall into. I think Mark and Shane will naturally fall into singing. I think I'll naturally fall into management or TV. And Nicky will naturally fall into kind of presenting and being on radio. I mean, Nicky's always been doing that anyways. So again, I think it's all the things that you naturally kind of, would see us doing as members of Westlife.
Sure.
It would just be us doing them, outside of Westlife.
I kind of like I'm not talking about musically at all, but I like the way a lot of the American hip hop artists do lots of different things. They make music, but they also have, say, the design clothes. They're in movies, they write books, like they're involved in lots of different
Nicky's
stuff.
going to get into sound.
Sound.
Nicky's going to be
Nicky is not sound. He's
going to be a sound
You're a
engineer.
sound man.
Fantastic.
Come on, lads, get on with
You want a job at MUZU? Come around, no problem. Got the presenter, we got the sound engineer, we're sorted.
Shane, what are you, the runner?
The runner. I say nothing,
I'll be the comedic relief.
Sorry.
And no plans with X Factor Judge Mark or anything like that?
No, none of us have been offered something like that. Keane's doing The Voice.
We all jump at
Congratulations on that.
I think you know what I think. I just like I spoke about the way the American hip hop artists do. Another thing that they do is they also, as much as they're say artists in their own right, they also sign new artists and develop new artists. I kind of love that school of thought, and I love the idea of helping or finding or discovering new talent. But I also like the idea of my own music. I don't like the idea of being tied to one specific kind of line of work or whatever line of duty. I love the idea of doing lots of different things, whether it's making an album and be involved in a couple of things at the same time. That for me is attractive because that kind of keeps it varied and keeps it interesting. And we spent a long time dedicating ourselves to one thing, which is Westlife. So I kind of want to branch out a bit.
In terms of emerging talent, I mean, have you ever considered setting up an indie label or developing and nurturing talent?
I always do. I genuinely think one day I would love to have a label, but it's so far away from what's in my knowledge bank at the moment to know how to run a label. It's very, very, very difficult to run a label. It's difficult to start one up, and even if you start one up, it doesn't mean it's going to be a good one or a successful one. So that's not something that is now. But I think I would. I think inevitably, people that own and run labels have a lot of power and a lot of ability to sort of, you're talking about that's way up the top of the line of the music industries, the people that run the labels, and that's a long way away. But I like the idea of getting involved in that side of things as well because, as a creative person, singing isn't the only thing you can do. You can discover new acts, you can write for other acts, you can, I don't want to do everything, but A&R, I love the idea of picking, putting an album of songs together for an artist. I kind of just like everything to do with making music,